In the heart of bustling Accra, a young woman's innocent purchase from a local thrift market unlocks a hidden curse, one that will pull her into a chilling world of whispers, shadows, and long-buried secrets. As Rebecca's life unravels with each eerie encounter, she must confront not only a vengeful spirit tied to a crimson dress, but also her deepest insecurities. What begins as a story of beauty quickly spirals into a haunting struggle for survival, self-discovery, and redemption. How far would you go to reclaim your life from the grip of the supernatural? Once upon a time, in a bustling town in Ghana, there lived a young woman named Rebecca. She was a lively, beautiful girl, admired by many for her radiant smile and kind heart. But like most people, Rebecca had her insecurities, often comparing herself to others who seemed more elegant or refined. One day, while strolling through the lively streets of Accra, Rebecca found herself drawn to a small, unassuming thrift market. The market, hidden away from the busy city, was filled with rare, old, and peculiar items, each with a story of its own. Among the sea of worn-out garments and forgotten trinkets, something caught Rebecca's eye: a bright red dress hanging in the corner. The dress seemed out of place amidst the faded clothing, shimmering as if it had been untouched by time. Its deep crimson color was unlike anything Rebecca had ever seen, and without hesitation she purchased it. That evening, she eagerly slipped into the dress, admiring herself in the mirror. The dress hugged her body perfectly, accentuating her figure, and for the first time in a long while, Rebecca felt truly beautiful. As she admired her reflection, she noticed something strange: a fleeting figure in the mirror behind her. But when she turned around, no one was there. Brushing it off as her imagination, Rebecca smiled, enchanted by the dress. Over the following weeks, the dress brought Rebecca a newfound sense of confidence. Everywhere she went, heads turned. People complimented her on how stunning she looked, and she reveled in the attention. But as the days passed, something shifted. It started with whispers. At first, they were faint, barely audible, but soon they grew louder, haunting her at night. "Amelia," the voice would whisper, a name unfamiliar to her. Rebecca's nights became restless, as shadows flickered in the corners of her room and the figure in the mirror became more distinct. Disturbed by these eerie experiences, Rebecca confided in her best friend Rita. But Rita, ever the skeptic, brushed it off as stress. "You've been under a lot of pressure lately, Rebecca," Rita said. "It's probably just your mind playing tricks on you." Despite Rita's attempts to reassure her, Rebecca couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong with the dress. The true horror unfolded during a family gathering, one sunny afternoon. Rebecca had worn the red dress again, hoping it would lift her spirits. As she mingled with her relatives, she noticed her cousin, Caroline, acting strangely. Caroline, usually cheerful and talkative, grew quiet, her eyes dark and distant. Suddenly, in front of the entire family, Caroline's body stiffened, and her voice changed, becoming low and raspy. "Amelia," she whispered, turning to Rebecca with an eerie grin, "you wear what was mine." The room fell silent. Rebecca's heart pounded in her chest as she realized the name, Amelia, was the same one she had been hearing in her nightmares. In a trance-like state, Caroline began recounting the tragic tale of Amelia, a young woman who had once owned the dress. Amelia had been a seamstress, vibrant and full of life, but after suffering a series of betrayals and heartbreaks, she took her own life, leaving behind the red dress, a symbol of her pain. Shocked and terrified, Rebecca could barely move. Her cousin collapsed to the ground, gasping for breath as Amelia's presence faded. The room erupted in chaos, but deep down, Rebecca knew this was no ordinary incident. The dress was cursed. Desperate for answers, Rebecca sought out the same thrift market where she had found the dress. The vendor, an elderly woman, confirmed her worst fears. "That dress belonged to Amelia," the old woman said, her voice grave. "She never found peace in life, and now her spirit clings to it, feeding on the insecurities of whoever wears it." Rebecca was overwhelmed with guilt. She had been so consumed by the attention and admiration the dress brought her that she hadn't realized it was slowly destroying her from within. Her transformation wasn't just physical, it was emotional. The more she wore the dress, the more she relied on it for confidence, and the more she lost herself. It was then that Rebecca understood. Amelia's curse wasn't just about haunting. It was about grief, unresolved pain, and the need for closure. The dress symbolized all the trauma that Amelia had endured and passed on to those who wore it. Determined to break the curse, Rebecca reached out to Rita, who had grown more concerned after the incident at the family gathering. Together, they devised a plan to confront Amelia's spirit and put her to rest. That night, under a full moon, they returned to the market, carrying the dress with them. As they stood at the entrance, the whispers began again, this time louder than ever. Shadows swirled around them, and the air grew cold. Holding Rita's hand, Rebecca spoke aloud, her voice trembling but firm. "Amelia, I know your pain. I have felt it too, but this dress does not define me. It does not define you. Your story deserves peace." At that moment, the figure of Amelia appeared before them, no longer just a fleeting image, but a full apparition. Her face was twisted with sorrow, but as Rebecca spoke, Amelia's expression softened. "I was trapped in my own grief," Amelia whispered. "I thought the dress was my legacy, but now I see it's time to let go." With a final nod, Amelia's spirit faded into the night, and the dress, once vibrant red, turned to a dull gray. The curse had been broken. Rebecca and Rita stood in silence for a moment, the weight of the experience sinking in. Rebecca had learned that true beauty, true strength, came from within, not from a dress, not from the opinions of others, but from her own sense of self-worth. The next day, Rebecca donated the dress to be buried, putting an end to Amelia's haunting once and for all. And though the red dress was gone, Rebecca's transformation remained. She no longer needed the approval of others or the allure of the dress. She had found her inner strength, and that was far more powerful than any garment could ever be. As for Rita, their friendship had been tested, but had grown stronger in the process. Together, they had faced the darkness and emerged with a deeper bond, one built on trust, understanding, and resilience. And so Rebecca's story became a tale passed down in her family. A story of self-worth, of facing one's past, and of the power of friendship in overcoming life's darkest moments. It was a story that reminded everyone that, like Amelia's dress, we must learn to let go of what holds us back in order to truly move forward. And so it is said, the red dress, once a symbol of grief and pain, became a lesson of strength, transformation, and freedom. As Rebecca's journey comes to an end, we are reminded that true beauty and strength come from within, not from what we wear or how the world perceives us. Her story is one of transformation, inner courage, and the power of letting go. If you enjoyed this captivating tale of mystery, resilience, and friendship, be sure to subscribe to African Tales by Kwaku and Akua for more intriguing stories that not only entertain, but also offer deeper life lessons. Each tale we bring to you is woven from the rich tapestry of African culture and heritage, full of wisdom and adventure. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Share this video with friends and family, and let these powerful lessons continue to inspire us all. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more African tales that captivate the heart and ignite the imagination. Until next time.